Hello, I am Sequoia, and thank you for taking the time to meet with us today and considering our offer to publish your book series through our company. No problem, Sequoia. I am Jane, and I appreciate you for taking the time to meet with me. I am looking forward to see what you guys have to offer me. Anytime. So, let's get started. What we are looking for in order for us to publish your book series is that we require a minimum of 20 parts to each series, along with approval from one of our editors on all changes that need to be made prior to publishing. This way, it allows your readers to stick with you longer and provide you with the opportunity to learn your audience for future works. I didn't think that I would need to have that long of a series. I mean, I can get behind the editors being able to approve all changes, but when you guys stated that you would like to publish my work, I figured I'll just bring what I already have completed. 20-part series of this book is a little extensive given the script that I have already written. Well, it's typically a part of a series book having as many parts as possible in order to keep your growing audience. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. However, completing a 20-part series would take a lot of time, and I don't think I need 20 parts to be able to lock my audience in. You may not need 20 parts. However, you may want this series to extend further so that you can build a solid foundation. Coming in as a new author into such a big competition can be a little bit intimidating. So if you were to come in with this many parts, we could set release dates that will keep in as many parts as we can and keep your readers on their feet instead of them having to wait months or years for the next part. I really would like my audience to like my books for their content and not for how many parts that I have. Okay, I can understand that 20 parts may be a bit extensive, so are you willing to produce at least 15 parts to the series? I guess so. I already have 12 parts to it, so it shouldn't take much for me to add 3 additional parts. Great. So do you think we could have these additional parts to this series completed in about 30 days? We would have to work with you, and we would love to work with you, but we would like to get this series published as soon as possible. 30 days? That is too short of a time frame for me to write 3 additional parts to a series. I would have to go back and adjust the full series in order to add these additional parts. Can we at least work something out where we go ahead and release the first part? I have everything on there. I just need to add these additional parts that you guys are requiring. I still would love for us to set the release dates for the parts that are already finished. I think we could work something out there. However, we would need you to dedicate at least 35 hours per week to coming into our office and working with the editors in order to push the process along. Is this something that you feel like you can commit to if we allow you more than 30 days? Honestly, I'm not sure if I can commit to this, seeing as how I am still a full-time mom, wife, teacher, and not to mention, I'm considering school options for furthering my education. Is there another time frame that you think you can get this done in? Can we consider working for the next 90 days for about 15 hours per week? Would that work? That's pushing time a bit. Would you be willing to consider working for the next 60 days for at least 24 hours per week? You would have no stipulation on the days that you would have to come in or the times. Yeah, I think that we can work with that. Can we discuss our royalties now? Of course. So what we are thinking is, since this is a series and your first time publishing, we would like to offer you a $500 advance per part of the series and 8% of your royalties. What? Only 8% of my royalties? No. $500 advance wouldn't suffice me working 24 hours per week. Even though I am a traditionally new published author, I already have a good following. Would you guys be willing to increase the amount to $2,500 advance and 12% of my royalties? I already have completed the research, and I know that famous authors typically are getting about 5 to 6 figure advances. I know you are a small company, but I did not expect the advance to be that low. Well, if I'm being honest with you, typically new authors do not get an advance at all. I understand that you have a following, but we are not able to increase the amount to $5,000. The most that we can offer is a $1,200 advance per series release and 9% of your royalties. 1,200 is still a bit low. Do you think you guys will be able to give me at least 10% of my royalties and $1,500 on advance per series? This sounds like a plan. We can work with that. Let me meet with our accountants, and then we'll meet with your team, and we'll see along with our editors if we can get a schedule together for you. Once we have finalized everything, I'll get back to you with your contract and make sure that we get everything set up. That sounds great. I am so glad we were able to come to terms that something that will work best for both of us. Thanks for meeting with me, and I appreciate everything. I hope you have a great day. Thanks. You too.